नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तद्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nityanandam, everyone. Welcome once again to this 45th Chaturmasya Series. And in today's episode, we are joined by yet again a Founding Mother of Kailasa, who will share her powerful experiences and insights on gratitude from the revelations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, our beloved Swamiji. And so today's topic is very special, very intimate, and it is about, of course, gratitude, the biology of blessings. How by just having gratitude to the Master and to everyone about everything in our lives, that physically alters our reality. So we'll hear from Swamiji's Satsangs, where Swamiji explains how gratitude, it is not just an attitude, but it is the very biology of karma and the source of manifesting blessings and boons in life. When we cherish what is already showered upon us, Swamiji says, our inner space becomes ready to manifest higher realities. Gratitude alters our very consciousness. It brings health, bliss, deepens our integrity with life itself. So stay tuned. We will discover how gratitude awakens the consciousness and attracts blessings, and how the inner space decides whether you live in bondage or you live in liberation. And today we are joined by our special guest, Ma Paramashiva Maya from Trinidad and Tobago. Ma Paramashiva Maya is the head of the Kailasa in Trinidad and Tobago. And she has been with Swamiji for a very long time, and she's also one of the founding members of Kailasa. Nityananda Ma, would you please kindly introduce yourself and share a little bit more about you?
Nityanandam. My legal name is Nityanandam. My name is Sumati Inal. My spiritual name is Ma Nitya Paramashivamaya Ananda. I met Swamiji in 2014, October. That was my first inner awakening. And I have not regretted meeting or going to inner awakening one bit. I met Swamiji through my elder sister, friend, who lives in Texas, Austin. And she was following Swamiji for some time. And she decided, that is Mashri Lakshmi Devinini from Texas. And she invited my sister to go along with her. And at the time, I had just sold my business. And myself and two of my other sisters in Trinidad, we were free. And I said, well, maybe it's a good time for all of us to go to India and, have some experiences. So all of us ended up going. So it was totally four of us in that inner awakening. But strangely enough, before I met Swamiji. 1 year earlier, I was in Toronto and I was speaking to my friends And I told them, I'm going to spend a year in India. I don't know why, I don't know where, and I don't know what is the reason for me to be there, but I'm going. And 1 year later, I met Swamiji. My journey to meeting Swamiji before that was, at first we wanted, Sri Lakshmi wanted to go to the inner awakening in July, but I was unable to. I told him, I said, well, you go ahead and maybe I can go to another one sometime. And then she decided, well, she didn't want to go, so we waited. Um, and then in October, she paid and everything to go to October. So we all, we made it to the October inner awakening. But 1 week before, I had a foot injury, and I decided maybe I shouldn't go because, I was unable to walk properly. And I didn't want to go and be uncomfortable somewhere. But my sisters, they insisted that I go with them. And prior to that, I I did not know anything about the guru. I really never thought that, you know, I could really that I could really have a guru. Because it was something that, other people have. Other people follow, and other people, but I never knew that I could have one. Excuse me.
Yes, ma. Actually, the yes, ma. I can understand. The pain that you're having of not having a guru, and for a guru to come to your life after waiting for so much, so many years. It is because unfortunately, we've been, our the right to grow up, our right to grow up in a Hindu ecosystem has been snatched from us, from Hindus, because of the centuries of persecution and invasions that we've been going through, where the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, which is the core of Hinduism, was destroyed by the invaders, by the colonizers. And because of that, Hindus have been left orphan without a guru. And that is having a guru. That is the basic education for Hindus. But, the by the grace of Swamiji, the unending compassion of Swamiji, who is the incarnation of Paramashiva himself, he has descended on planet Earth once again to revive this Guru Shishya Sampradaya, and he's here as Jagat Guru for all of us, not just for born Hindus, but for all of humanity, to uplift humanity. And there are so many seekers out there, and they do feel that something is missing, and I was one of them. I grew up, I was born and brought up in a Hindu family, and I always felt that something was missing, but I did not know that I was seeking, I was looking, searching for a guru until Swamiji came into my life. So yes, ma, please continue.
Yes, so I never thought that I could have a guru. I did grow up in a practicing Hindu home, but it was not we had pujas. Um, my father would go to different places. They had what we call a Ramayana group where they went to people's houses and sang Ramayana. We had Ramayana read in our home once a week, but I was very young. And growing up as an adult, when I became a teenager, I really didn't follow Hinduism as much. Um, Even when at the age of 17, I met my husband, and he came from an unbroken lineage of Brahmins. His mother came from a Brahmin family, and his father came from a Brahmin family. But he basically grew up in Toronto. So following Hinduism is not something he did, and I guess I didn't either, you know. Um, so that was my growing up there with Hinduism. I did follow intermittently. I did follow Hinduism and did some practice, but not as much as I should. And then after my husband died, I I was really, I don't know, I was living a life basically of um automatic, I would say. And I went back to Hinduism in a more, practicing more. Um, I had a guru here, you know, who would teach us certain things, whatever I knew until I met Swamiji is what he would have taught us. And um, which wasn't a lot. But I am grateful for what he have helped us in our lives with. I am grateful that I was prepared enough, that the guru called me, right? Because we don't choose our guru. When we are ready, our guru calls us. And I am so very grateful that I was ready to be called. Then, when I eventually got to Swamiji, um, the first week I was skeptical. The first week of the program, believe me, I was really skeptical. I did not open up my being to Swamiji. You know, I remember going up for darshan, and Swamiji would be touching my third eye. But the first week, he would have this, for me, he had this curious look, right? I didn't let him in, right? And then the best thing I ever did was let him in. I decided, okay, I let Swamiji in. And I am so grateful that I have let him in into my being, into my life, to be the one to guide me, to be everything in my life, because my guru is everything in my life. And the gratitude that I have for knowing that I have a guru is more than I can express in words. And yes, there are times that I do have incompletions. I guess many of us who know who are a devotee or a disciple of Swamiji goes through that. But when I met Swamiji, I said, my my hand, it becomes part of your little toe. I am joined to you, and I don't want to ever be separated from you. So when I become a part of him in that way, I don't want to ever let go. I don't want to ever let go. And that journey, that's where my journey with Swamiji began. There are so many things for me to be grateful to Swamiji for. I before I came here in this show, I Googled, not Googled, but I asked Nityananda, what is the meaning of gratitude? And this is what Swamiji told me. Gratitude is the conscious acknowledgement of the divine play and joy in life's experiences. It is the recognition that all things happening are part of a greater cosmic dance. And by embracing this perspective, one can live with grace and stability. As I have expressed, gratitude is not related to external opinion, but rather to one's ideas about oneself, the world, and the divine. It is about not losing oneself in the midst of challenges and maintaining a sense of connection with the divine. The Akshaya or Nitya, which represents the eternal and unmeasurable essence of existence. So that is what I feel. Gratitude is divine. Gratitude is being lucky enough to be grateful. Gratitude is, you know, when I think about trust, trust in the Guru, I think about those they have these sessions of trust where someone stands and you're supposed to be falling and that person is supposed to catch you. Well, for me, Swamiji caught me the day I opened up my being fully to him. And all he have done is raise me up, up, up. I used to be angry, maybe sometimes very egotistic, and I have seen myself change over time since I have met Swamiji. I have seen myself becoming quieter in the sense of the silence is there. My spirituality is there. My seeking, well, I think I need to be more of a seeker, but my seeking is also there. I cannot say that I am one of those seekers who really go all out, but my seeking is there. Meeting Swamiji has given me everything that I need. Even when I would be in a session or in programs that I have attended with Swamiji, many people would ask for the microphone and ask questions. And you would get Swamiji's attention and he would talk to you and answer your question. And for the life for me, I could never get a question. Every question that comes up in my mind is like it's automatically answered. And sometimes I used to be upset because I have nothing to ask Swamiji to get that attention. But I was having his attention, you know, by him just answering my questions without me asking it physically. He was answering me, he was attending to me. I remember um in my first program was in the Adinam in Adi Kailasa in Bidadi. And my second program was in Cambodia. Now I remember sitting and looking at Swamiji, and he was looking at Dinavasi, and he was dancing, you know. And in my own mind, I'm saying, why can't he dance for me? But strangely enough, um, I was just sitting. We had just finished taking lunch, and I went back to the hall, and I was sitting, and Swamiji was there. And suddenly Swamiji started dancing. He was sitting in his chair, but he was dancing and moving. And, you know, I couldn't believe it. He was like answering the very thought, giving me that fulfillment. People might call it small, but it's huge. And I was in awe and I was so grateful that, I mean, here I am. He don't really, I don't know him to say know him. This was my second program. Yes, my first program. And yes, Swamiji knows us more than we know ourselves. But when you're thinking in metric terms, you're different. Your thought current is different. And also in that same program, where I was sitting, everybody passing, all the sannyasis who was up and down attending to Swamiji and attending to the program, they would pass and, their clothes would be touching me and making me feel a bit uncomfortable. And, sometimes I'd get upset because I'm paying attention and then they would pass and, I would feel a bit uncomfortable. But it wasn't a big deal when I think about it, right? But then another day I was just sitting after I had lunch again. I went back to the hall and was just sitting and, just being in the space, enjoying the space. Because whether Swamiji is in the hall or not, the space is filled with his energy, his essence, everything about him. So I usually would go back and sit, and somebody passed and deliberately brush their clothing against me. They did not touch me or anything, but the clothing. And I started to scowl and But then when I looked up, I saw a Swamiji, and I just started smiling, a huge smile, you know, because he's just letting me know that all of them are only him. And why am I getting upset? And these cognitions, I am grateful. I'm grateful to all these cognitions that Swamiji have given me.
So beautiful,
Now,
Ma. Yes, sorry, please continue.
so when we are okay, so I was thinking about gratitude in a big way, more expanded. And sometimes we have to be grateful for me, even though bad things happen, right? My logic is that sometimes something bad happens for something good to come along. And for me, that is called expansion. This is where Swamiji would take us and help us to the next destination in our lives, in our journey, without the pain and suffering. For me, life is a journey with many stops, good and not so good. But having Swamiji as part of my journey makes it more exciting. It is like, you know, we have Paramashiva in all dimensions, right? And in that journey, we experience him in all the dimensions. I have to say, I was, I am always a Shiva Bhakta in my life, always a Shiva Bhakta. Everything is Shiva for me. And one day when me and my husband had a fight, a verbal fight. Um, I was really upset, and I went into a room in our home, and I was crying, and I said, Shiva, if I ever have to be with anyone in this life again, it must be you and only you. I want nobody else in my life. And here I am, having Shiva in my life. My gratitude again to the cosmos, the Swamiji.
So beautiful, Ma. Such a heartfelt sharing. And just hearing from from your experiences, you can experience the gratitude that you have for Swamiji, for just being here in your life. Paramashiva himself, being your guru. And I'm sure so many of us can also resonate with what you're sharing, Ma, for the for having to wait for a guru to happen in our life, and for yearning for a guru. And we also have here Mavina Shet, who is commenting. So nice to hear this sharing. And we also have Manilam Singh, Robert Mankeaya, and Shanti Raja Manikam, Ma, who are commenting here. Thank you so much for your comments and for watching this show. And do have one question for you, Ma. You've mentioned that initially when you first met Swamiji, you did not open up your being to him. But how is it when finally you open up your whole being to Swamiji. You've let Swamiji work on you. How was that first experience for you, Ma?
That first experience, ma, was, I don't know. I mean, how do you put into words when the cosmos enters your being? How do you put that into words? It's like everything flooded into you. It's like, you know, I am open, and all and everything that is good, all and everything that is blissful, you know, I mean, I can't really express the words, but this is as much as I can say. You know, it was an unbelievable experience. Um, I never thought that I could have such an experience either, because as I, you know, previously, when before I met Swamiji, you would meet people, and at one time there were a lot of negative. I mean, I have heard a lot of negative things about gurus. And one of the best things I ever did, I did not I did not go into YouTube and just look for Swamiji. I did not Google Swamiji. Honestly, I looked at one of Swamiji videos just to please my sister, just to say, okay, I looked at Swamiji video. So when I met Swamiji, I really did not know anything about Swamiji, to be quite honest. All I know, he was a guru. And another crazy thing is that I went to a program, but I did not fully know what that program was about, because my main cognition or thought current was that me and my sisters were going to spend time together in India. And having met Swamiji and all these experiences also was new to me. Everything was totally new. I am a Hindu. I could say I was, some part of me was practicing Hindu, but that was a whole new experience. It's like, you know, you have a book, you open it, you were reading part of it all the time, but then you decide to go to the next. Like you have part one and part two and part three and whatever. So you go to the second part, and when you open that book, you were in a good shock. You were in shock, and you know you started trying to cognize and understand everything, about a guru, who is a guru, what a guru is, what a guru is supposed to be to you, how to imbibe and to understand how is it, you accepting a guru in your life, um what it is that you are supposed to be to this guru, um all these things, all these things you ask yourself, you wonder, you have insecurities, you are unsure if you should ask this, or if you should, be bold and sit in front, and all these things, you you ask yourself, and then, you know along the way you learn and you understand that all guru wants from you is your to make you better, your enlightenment, and more. as Swamiji always said, and more. So this is what my journey to understanding and understanding all the cognitions that Swamiji have given us. Sometimes it take me a little while to imbibe or to understand or to actually have the cognition. Um, but I ask and Swamiji gives it to me. He shows me what I need to see, you know. Sometimes, as we go along the way, we are resistant. And I have to say that I was resistant for some time, because we don't want to let certain parts of ourselves go. We don't want to let go of something that we think, okay, I am doing fine with this, and I don't need to change this. My life is still fine. I don't have to change that. But then I realize that that is not fine. Parts of me are still missing. Life is not going as well as I think it is. So, you know, I go along and I try to see what Swamiji is showing me daily. Um, and I try my best to cognize and imbibe and experience the changes that he is trying to have me to get me to the point of enlightenment. Swamiji said that a cognition without an experience is not really truth. So I always try to experience the cognitions that Swamiji is showing me. I also have so much gratitude to Swamiji because I would say I am one of those people who have been given the opportunity to do so many parapujas in my life. And or physically, most of them physically sitting in front of Swamiji. It's like, every time I'm at the ashram and there's parapuja going on, I must do parapuja. It's like, you know, from day one when I met Swamiji, it was close to Diwali. And there were a lot of Navaratri celebration going on for that. But as I said, I didn't know much about gurus, but my being, my being was showing me, was telling me certain things. And the first day we were asked if we wanted to do Parapuja. And me and my four sisters, we did. I said, it doesn't matter. It must be good. I did not know what performing Parapuja was when I did my first Parapuja. They did say, but I didn't remember what they said. But my being knew that it was one of the greatest things that we can ever sit at the lotus feet of our Guru and do puja. My being knew that. And I listened. And our first day meeting Swamiji was sitting at his feet, at his lotus feet, and performing Pratiksha Parapuja. And that was a real great blessing. Not many people have that blessing. And that is something to be immensely grateful for. Because I don't know what I did in my past life to deserve this, to deserve all that Swamiji have blessed me with. My first Pad Puja, you have to, usually you write your prayer requests. And I used to write, oh my God, so many material things, so many things. I used to write like a big, long, I used to call it a love letter to Swamiji. Because so many things you'll write. But by the time did my second program in Cambodia, I was to the point where I felt I did not need, I didn't want to ask anything from Swamiji. I didn't feel I wanted anything from Swamiji except to be in his presence, to know that he's always with me. My prayer request was, thank you, Swamiji. So much gratitude. Very rare I would ask something for a family or a friend. And this is where I feel I am with Swamiji. Because being grateful to him, as he said, you know, as I was listening to one of Swamiji's Satsang, he said, Master is like an open window or door. Feeling connected to him or opening to okay, opening that door to your being, grateful to everything, to your being and being grateful to everything. He, Master, having that feeling connection with the Master will intensify your true devotion with gratitude. You will stop judging and fall in tune more and more and more. Swamiji said, gratitude gets you more and more blessing, but it also changes the very structure of your brains. Not only brings you good health, etc., but also makes you feel so alive. Gratitude is the greatest power. And that is so very true. Whenever I'm in the space of gratitude, I feel that divinity and I feel that space where anything is possible. Anything is possible. And at the end of my first program in Bididi Ashram, we took up responsibilities. Swamiji asked us, we were asked what we wanted. You can either become what you call a Tanada, a Kotari, a Mahant, a Sri Mahant. So I decided to take up the role of a Kotari. And I just wanted to be part of Swamiji, mission. Um, being part of what he is doing. I believe in everything that Swamiji does. I believe in everything that Swamiji is doing for humanity and Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I believe it with all my heart and being. And at the end of the program, I honestly wish that I could have taken Swamiji physically from India back to Trinidad and give him to everybody in Trinidad because the experience that I had, the gratitude that I felt, I just wanted to share it with everyone. I wanted everyone to feel that space, that gratitude, that experience, that bliss, that everything that I was feeling. I wanted everybody to feel that here in Trinidad. But I didn't get Swamiji Padukas. I opened up a Paduka Mandir in my home at first. Then we got Swamiji's Atmamurti. And that that in itself was, having Swamiji here in Trinidad. We would go to people's homes, we would invite people here. So when we would be doing programs, Swamiji was literally here. I was sharing him with everybody, right? I was able to share him. And then I was in Varanasi and Swamiji had this meeting where he shared what it is to be a Savanya Pita Yajaman. And without a thought, I decided to become part of it. And at first, I was just a Yajaman. And I didn't become part of it just to be, just to have what they say, the opportunities, to be involved in every direction, to, you get special privileges and programs. You were able to sit at the front. There's a lot of opportunities with Swamiji like that, you know, when you become a Asian. But that wasn't my my only I would say that was my only reason for becoming a Savanya Pita. I believe that what all that Swamiji said in the Gurukul, to expand the Gurukul, Sanata Hindu Dharma, the temple, and the Adinam to teach people yoga and meditation, completion. I believed in every single thing that Swamiji is offering. And that was my biggest reason for becoming part of that. And then I further moved on to become what you call a Savanya Pita Karta. This is uneven, you get more um, responsibilities or taking on more responsibilities or, giving back more, you know. Then, you know, I had this property in Trinidad. And before I even thought about a temple in Trinidad, well, I always thought about a temple in Trinidad. I used to long for having a temple in Trinidad. Sometimes I would actually cry when I see all the other temples. And Swamiji would be saying all kind of nice things about the temples and what we will call, giving special attention to the people. And, I always wanted a temple in Trinidad. And I remember one day in a meeting, Swamiji told me that if we open up a temple in Trinidad, he will come the next day to do Prana Pratishta. And I I just wish that I was able to do that. I wish that Swamiji was able to grace our temple. And before I donated the property to become a temple in Trinidad, I had tenants there. But every time I would enter the property, I always would enter it like I'm entering a temple. I always had that feeling, I'm entering a temple. And in my own mind, I kind of thought maybe one day I give it to Swamiji, open up the temple in here. Then I eventually did. And I am so grateful that we have the temple in Trinidad. We do have some, not as big as I would like, not as grand as I would like it to be as yet. It's not there yet. And it's not right now, we are doing some renovations and it's not open to the public, but we do invite people. Every new person who contact us, we invite them to experience the temple and become part of it. But the mere fact that Swamiji sent us the deities is is enough gratitude to know that more would come, more would happen. We would have lots more beings who are in Trinidad wanting to be closer to Swamiji. They'll be there at the temple. And maybe beings who are not in Trinidad can come and experience that temple. So, this is my gratitude to Swamiji for all these things that he have blessed me with. I have so many things that I can talk about. But one of the best things that for me, the best moment in my life is no, I would say two things. The day I met Swamiji, or the day that he actually called me to him. And the day that I open up my being to him. The best things that I can ever have in my life. And there was one time I did Pada Puja, and it happened at Vaidya Sarovar, where the huge medicinal Shivalingam is in Adi Kailash. And I went to Swamiji because everybody goes for their prayer requests and he would talk to you personally. And for some reason, I was just there. And Swamiji was talking and I was looking up at him and I was not even hearing a word he was saying. But then I became conscious that my hand was in his hand. I did not know when I put my hand in his hand. And that was something that I always remember. And when I became conscious, I moved my hand away. And Swamiji grabbed back my hand. You know, the Guru, he gives you all these moments. The love, the attention, even the spanking when you need it. Everything that you can ask for in your life. You get that from Guru. Being here talking about it, it's really emotional for me because I have so much to share, but honestly, some of it I really don't want to share because I just, some of it, I just want to hold on to it privately. But it's like that part of me that is just being private and connected with Swamiji alone, that part of me. But the experience, there's so many experiences you can have with your guru. Experiences that, and I'm talking the real divine experiences. In my first inner awakening, we had, that's the first time I was exposed to what we call completion, the completion process. And, you know, I was completing, I didn't complete from when I was a little child. I was just completing from the death of my husband to the present day. Now, I met Swamiji 10 years after my husband passed away. And each day that after I have met him, I I was, I hoped and I wished that I could have met Swamiji when my husband was alive. My life and our lives would have been so, so different. But yes, I was doing the completion process and a voice in my head's telling me, stop, don't do anymore right now. Stop. And I said, no, I have to be integrated. I have to be integrated and I have to do this. I have to do it honestly with integrity and I have to continue it. I just cannot stop. And then I started getting chest pains because I was having a lot of anxiety. I told Mani and Atma at the time she was there in the programs and she spoke with Swamiji and he told her to let me go and rest. So I went into the room and I was resting and I was, having a lot of anxiety and trying to calm myself. And then I felt Swamiji's presence. But at the time, I can't, I didn't cognize, right? Only after the experience I cognized that this was totally Swamiji, that his presence, not his physical presence, but, you know, when we would all say, oh, I felt Swamiji presence here, but Swamiji is in Bididi and I mentioned that, right? So that kind of presence I'm talking about. Um, I felt this mother. I have to say mother. I felt this intense love. There is no love like that can ever exist in any one person, in anyone. That love was pure, didn't have anything like lust, anger, anything that binds you. That was just pure love. And this mother was there soothing me. And it was something that I will always have in me. I know what it is to have a love that is not binding. That is Swamiji's love. Swamiji's love is not binding. It is pure. It is real. And it is an experience for every one of us to understand and experience. Because that showed me who Swamiji really is. I can't say that at that time I had all these cognitions and that I jumped and all of that, into everything. No. It took me time to imbibe it, to understand it, to believe that it is real, to believe that we deserve these things too, that all of us deserve this experience. It took me some time for that. But it's unlike anything one can imagine.
So beautiful, Ma.
So,
Yes, so so beautiful, and just listening from you, it feels like really you're opening up your being and sharing your your sweet, intimate moments with Swamiji. It's so nice to hear. So now let us let us hear from Swamiji himself. What is gratitude, and how just by simply having gratitude to your being, to your guru, to the divine, to anything around us, in and around us, just by having simple gratitude, you can attract any blessings, any boons in your life. So let us now hear from Swamiji, and we'll also continue to hear from Ma Paramashiva about her sweet, intimate experiences with Swamiji.
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, sitting with us in all the Sarvanya Pitas all over the world, and all the Kayakalpa program participants, Nityananda Yogam participants, Nityananda University course students, participants, everyone. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today's revelation, let me reveal it and then I'll enter into the details. boons for life manifest from consciousness, which starts feeling grateful for already what is showered. Listen, I am giving you the biology of karma. How something positive can be given birth, or how you give birth to negative. Listen carefully. All of us are given something and denied something. Nobody can say, I am not given anything. You are still alive, breathing. So that proves life is given to you. Naturally, even if you are richest man in the world, there are some things which is not given to you. If you cultivate consciously a consciousness, the inner space which feels grateful for whatever is showered, your biology is ready to give birth to great boons of life. Understand? Person who cherishes what is showered in the life feels supported, loved, cared, and goes on deciding to support, love, care. Understand? This space is heaven. I tell you, all I need for me to run my whole day is just consciously feeling joyful. Those devotees smile, that's all. See, when I open the eyes from samadhi and see the two-way, when I see all these people, that's all is my food. Nothing else is needed. No other food is needed. Understand? The biology you carry, inner space you carry, gives birth to your reality. If you carry the inner space, being grateful for whatever is showered in your life, you decide to go on showering with others. Understand, I tell you? Whoever enjoys by contributing are gods, angels. Angels may not be the right word. What I wanted to convey is devatas. The Sanskrit word devatas. Maybe the rough translation in English can be gods and goddesses, not angels. Because devatas are much higher than angels. The concept of angels. Listen carefully. If you feel exploited, frustrated. You will go on vomiting poison, destroying, pulling down. Spreading hatred, vomiting poison. You will be so deluded. You will know you are straight lying. And you will believe it is perfectly all right. That is the worst delusion. That's the worst delusion. Understand? If you see joyful people, by adding more consciousness to them, powerful cognitions to them, and you make them blissful, and you are happy about that, you are already living enlightenment. You are manifesting enlightenment. Understand? Every time you add joy to people due to powerful cognition, not cheap, vengeful, even demons give temporary joy. Go and destroy somebody, that gives a kind of a kick. That is demonic joy. I am not talking about that. Understand, destroy something, abuse something. You don't need much great knowledge. You just vomit the poison. That's all. Because thousands around the world, I should say thousands of billions, are waiting for poison. One thing, every day in Satsang I am going on talking about powerful cognitions. So I am attracting millions and millions of people who are waiting for powerful cognitions towards me. Devils, demons, rakshasas, rakshasis. Every day they go on vomiting poison. Then they also start attracting the people who are waiting for that poison. Understand, it is all about the frequency, the vibration for which you are waiting. Universe scatters that to you. If you are waiting for frustration, negativity, Kalabhairava sends that. If you are waiting for enlightenment, positivity, powerful cognitions, Kalabhairava sends you that. I tell you, if you taste the Sattvika Ananda, means the bliss, powerfulness you enjoy when you empower others. For example, every day, all these deep secrets, the sacred secrets, powerful truths, I go on reveal. Every day people apply that in their life and they feel empowered, joyful. When I see their smile, I feel the joy of existence. And I feel empowered. I feel I should teach the truths more and more. I tell you, hard work gets you more hard work. Happy life gets you more happy life. Money gets more money. Integrity gets more integrity. Laziness gets more laziness. Abuse gets more abuse. Joy gets more joy. Bliss gets more bliss. Sadness gets more sadness. What you work for, you get that. I tell you, listen carefully. I really tell you. Make integrity as a strategy for your life. You will attract such wonderful integrated people around you. Even if the non-integrated people come, you will know them by just by their smell, and they will not be able to harm you. You know how to protect yourself, save yourself, and continue your service. See, I'm Kailasa. I cannot close the doors for anybody. Actually, Kailasa does not have doors. It's open for all. Paramashiva knows how to protect himself from all demons, devils. He gives opportunity, possibility for all. But that doesn't mean you can do some harm to him. No, you can't. He knows how to protect himself. I tell you. When powerful cognitions are implemented, it always manifests as extreme love and integrity. Understand? My love does not mean I will support your non-integrity, cheating, fraudulent patterns. My love will empower your integrity and make you love more integrity and make you love more integrated people. It's an integrity chain. Understand? I have seen the joy of integrity. I have seen the joy of love. I have seen the power of love, how it can make you so healthy. Listen carefully. The space consciousness which feels grateful for what is showered gets more showered. The space feels constantly frustrated about what is denied gets more denied. Bandha or moksha is your inner space. Freedom or liberation is your inner space. The extremely powerful space of Kailasa. go on living it, manifesting it. All negativity, not only they will disappear, they will be irrelevant to your life. I really want you to know, understand, whether I'm talking about energy, powerfulness, enlightenment, when you implement, it will be an intense, sincere love. Love for the consciousness. Love for the existence. Understand? The source of life is all about going on contributing. Unfortunately, when you develop anger, life negative patterns, anywhere you ask to be alive, you start vomiting poison, anger. In the office, if your boss asks you to work, anger. In the school, if your teacher asks you to study, anger. Anywhere you are asked to be alive, active, living, life positive, involved, anger. I can see many times many people, when they are in the Sangha, for contributing, enriching, they will not be active. They will be so lazy and do all kinds of strategy to cheat, hiding under the bunker bed, inside the restroom, run away and into the restroom and lock yourself to avoid yoga. They will try to do everything to be life negative. So much of strategy. But when they get a chance to abuse, God, how much energy, from where they get energy? Sometimes I used to feel, actually, see, for me, joy is deities. If you just give me few deities and few clothes and jewels to dress up, whole day I can be sitting and doing that. Is so much of energy, joy. Just, I can sit with my deities, my puja, or just in samadhi. Just these simple things. Whole day I can just read few books and analyze and share the powerful cognitions. Whole day I can meet my sincere devotees who wanted to get enlightened and go on initiating them to manifest powers. I don't know how many of you are seeing. I sincerely recommend all of you to see the autobiography of the avatar, the website, and the slides getting loaded. Every day they are loading thousands and thousands, hundreds and hundreds of slides. See them. If you see, you will understand the amount of work I have done in last 20 years. Understand the amount of energy I had and I am having to do this work, just because of only one reason. My joy is sattvic joy. When I give powerful cognition and make people happy, I am feeling happy. The source of my joy is joy. The bliss of all the people, That is the source of my bliss. That is why I am constantly blissful. Somebody or other all over the world, I am constantly empowering and making them blissful. Understand? Make your life, your bliss, based on others' bliss. That's it. If others' bliss is source of your bliss, you are now eternal bliss. Because you will going on be making people happy and blissful, and you will be blissful. To become blissful, this is the best strategy. Make others blissful. Go on, make everyone blissful. I also have one more request. I request all of you to do the Vakyartha Sadas on Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile for various reasons. Still, we do not know who all are using it, who all have access to it, who are all manipulating it. We are doing our own investigation. It's all going on. But all of you do Vakyartha Sadas in that page, comment section itself. After Satsang, the gist is uploaded in Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Facebook profile. All of you do Vakyartha Sadas in the comment section itself. For various reasons, I am recommending this. Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam profile itself. You can all do the Vakyartha Sadas in comment section. I'll also try to answer your questions. This is for various reasons. Understand? The most powerful sacred truths, when it is lived, it explodes as intense love. Love for people. Love for yourself. Love for others. Understand? People who try to infuse poison, violence, vengeance, anger, frustration, feeling exploited, victim mood, all that in you will be very sweet, but they'll just destroy, demolish and go away. It's like a driver of the bulldozer. Smiling does not mean he's doing good to your home. He's bulldozing it. And he smiles at you and says, "Hi, how are you? Wow." And he is bulldozing. It's like cops give the ticket for $200 and say, "Have a good day, have a nice day." After $200 ticket, they tell you, "Have a nice day." Understand? anyone wants to achieve whether power manifestation or enlightenment, sincere work on your consciousness is required. Consistent, persistent. Work on your consciousness. I strongly recommend all of you every day try to read the Bhagavad Gita commentary I wrote. See, the whole Hinduism is based on Vedagamas. Essence of Vedagamas is Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and Bhagavad Gita. Prasthanatraya, we call it. All acharyas, all sampradayas write their own commentary for this three book. But this three book is the core. Everyone accepts that non-controversially. Whether you are a Shaivite or Vaishnavite, Shakta or Gaumara, Yogi, Vedanta, Siddhanta, Agamanta, whatever sampradaya you may be, all accept authority of the Vedagamas and all accept non-controversially this three book, Prasthanatrayam, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita. This three book is accepted as the core book, or I should say the core principle of Hinduism. So for that core, you can give your own commentary and interpretation. Hinduism gives you complete freedom. Each acharya, somebody can give commentary as per Advaita, somebody can give commentary as per Dvaita, somebody can give commentary as per Visishtadvaita, somebody can give commentary as per Suddhadvaita. Any of the philosophies you can give commentary. You can have your own interpretation. That's not a problem. Hinduism gives complete freedom. But core is Veda Agamas. Foundation is Veda Agamas. Understand? I have commented on all the three. Bhagavad Gita, a complete volume is already released. And the Upanishads and Brahma Sutras will be released soon. It's getting edited. Read my commentary on Bhagavad Gita every day. Persistently, consistently, and share with all. The e-book is available freely. You can go to nithyanandapedia.org, search for Bhagavad Gita. My Bhagavad Gita commentary in all languages is available freely. You can download and share. Understand? I want all the Rajavidya Gurukul, Yuvarajas and Yuvaranis to start downloading this book. See, keep the Bhagavad Gita in front of you. Read through the third eye. You will have the whole thing downloaded into you. all the Yuvarajas and Yuvaranis will do this power manifestation today. I initiate all of you into this power. Keep the physical copy book in front of you. See the book through the third eye and start reading. You will all start reading. Not only you will be able to read without opening the book, you will be able to just download the whole thing. So today, all the Yuvarajas and Yuvaranis will master Bhagavad Gita. Downloading Bhagavad Gita. Keep the book in front of you. Without opening it, start reading through third eye. I tell you, within next 72 hours, you will master the whole book. And in next few days, I'll make the Yuvarajas and Yuvaranis to do the demonstration, power demonstration of this power which I am initiating them now. See, always my kids have that feeling, so joyful for what they are showered, so I can shower more. See, feeling joyful for what is showered is keeping yourself like that. More can be showered. Always feeling frustrated for what you are not given is keeping yourself like that. Even if it is showered, it just goes out. The powerful cognition for today. Gratitude gets you more and more blessings and boons.
Nityanandamma, I didn't hear what your question was. Can you repeat?
Yes, Nityananda, am I audible now? Great. So sorry for the technical glitch. So as I was saying, these are the deeper truths that we have heard from Swamiji directly on gratitude and the sacred secrets from the cosmos on gratitude. Of course, only Paramashiva can share the sacred secrets of the cosmos. And Ma Paramashiva Maya, just listening to you, one can tell that your being is so filled with gratitude. And so listening to this satsang, Ma, what is it that clicked with you the most? What is the powerful cognition that you have received from this satsang?
For me, it's what Swamiji is basically saying is that, for me, my cognition is that our inner space is liberation, it's moksha. So we fill it with all different types of things. Gratitude is so powerful that it can fill our inner space with liberation. We tend to get sidetracked on that. My next powerful cognition is that Swamiji says that, well, my cognition there is that we tend to imbibe a lot of a lot of poison. But when we really work on our being, our consciousness, we can get that liberation. We can achieve that space of Paramashiva, liberation, moksha. Basically, that is my take on what Swamiji said.
Yes, Ma, so beautiful. And what is the message, Ma, that you would like to share as we are coming close to the end of the show? What is this one message that you would like to share with our audience today?
I would like to share with everyone that anyone can have a guru. Anyone. That we have that. But we have to work on ourselves. Practice on gratitude is a very fast way for the guru to call you. Integrity is another thing. And being in the space of gratitude can empower you more than you think, more than you can understand. So I would say that is a message I would like to leave with everyone. And one thing I would like to say is that I have talked about Swamiji. I did not say that my guru, my Swamiji, is Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And I am extremely, extremely grateful that he is my guru. That is the message I would like to say, Shema. Just being in the space of gratitude. Even if you don't feel that gratitude, by just saying thank you, continuously saying thank you, you can get into that space. But gratitude is such a powerful space. I'd like to say thank you, Ma, for this interview, for giving me this. I'd like to thank Swamiji for giving me the space on this avenue to share all that I have shared. And given me the confidence to share it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ma Paramashivamaya. Thank you so much for coming on the show today and sharing with us your beautiful experiences with Swamiji. And for anyone who would like to experience gratitude, we invite all of you to come and experience it in the Paramashiva Sena program, where you will directly be having the opportunity, the blessing, or should I say, of being in the space of Paramashiva, of Swamiji, and directly receiving Swamiji's initiations, blessings, guidance. And the next batch of Paramashiva Sena program is happening in Kailasa, Los Angeles, starting September 1st till October 1st. And we kindly welcome all of you to please come and register yourself and come attend and experience this space of oneness with Swamiji, and experience a guru. If you do not have a guru in your life yet, come and experience what it feels like to have a guru in your life, to have somebody in your life with unconditional love and compassion, who doesn't expect anything from you in return, somebody who only wants your good, for you to live a powerful life. So please come and experience the Paramashiva Sena program starting next month, September 1st till October 1. So now let us end with the Purna Mantra, and we invite all of you again for tomorrow for yet another show on the auspicious occasion of the 45th Chaturmasya of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.